I would like to thank the Attorney General and Minister of Justice for really bringing forth these two bills, which are really important in making sure that as Gambians and as a collective people, we come to terms with our dark history. Honorable Speaker, I would refer the House to the objects and reasons of the Special Accountability Mechanism Bill so that I can continue forward with my debate. It reads, this bill aims to provide comprehensive framework for prosecuting individuals implicated in serious human rights violations identified by the TRRC between 1994 and 2017. Honorable Speaker, it says prosecuting individuals implicated in serious human rights violations, which means indeed something happened. Which means indeed today we are rewriting history within the confines of this hall. And as we do it, we must remember that hundreds of productive men lost their lives in this country. Some were sent on exile. Some were unlawfully imprisoned. Some were discriminated based on their right. So which means, Honorable Speaker, there is so much relevance attached to this bill that goes beyond trying to address what happened in the historic past. And that reminds me of the famous Martin Luther King Jr. saying when he said that the arc of the universe might be long, but it bends towards justice. Although when he was saying it in a state of what? Hopelessness. But he believed in the future. A similar thing happened in this country. And that is a saying to the wise, that to every present, there must be a future. But what inspired me the most is what President Barack Obama added to it, and that's what we are doing today. He said, even though it bends towards justice, but it doesn't bend by itself. And that is what this bill is doing. This bill is making sure that whatever happened within 1994 to 2017 is brought to light. For two reasons. We'll have justice. There'll be comfort for the victims. But again, it will serve as a deterrent, because we cannot, as a society, improve on the moral development of this country if, one, we do not establish the truth and justice is not served. So having said that, Honorable Speaker, I want to join my honorable colleagues to say, let us not waste any time in ensuring that we do the needful and that these two bills are passed so that we can draw the final chapter to the dark memories we have as a people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nominated Member, Honorable Keba Lam Fofana. I now invite the Honorable Member for Upper Salom. Pardon? He is within. Honorable, is he on his seat? No. So what else are you commenting? Honorable Member for Fonyi Kansala.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I thank the Minister of Justice for bringing these two bills. As I stand before members of this House, these are the two bills. I do term them as a volcano. This bill is a volcano. This bill is a discriminatory bill. This bill it's a targeted individual bill. And this bill is Bato Ledojola bill. Why I say so is we all believe and had seen that governance is not a regime that passed 1994 to 2017. There was a regime before for 30 good years plus. All these are issues that I believe that if a bill of this magnitude is of to stage the special prosecutor of his bill.
All right, I think there is somebody saying, is it a point of order?
I believe that in earnest, if we are talking of justice, it should start from where we believe that we will wipe our tears together. Victims are victims. It doesn't matter 1994 to 2017. At our backyard here, the graveyard is a mass grave. When you go to the roundabout of Bakote, mass grave, brutal killing. So I believe so. If we're really trying to work justice, it should not only limit discriminatory to only 1994. Why? When governance came, they talk about financial whatever, but they don't talk about TRRC or issues. And I believe that part of this bill talks about appointment. We believe appointments are good if we Gambianize. But the other factor is, I am afraid, and we've seen an effect in TRRC. And I'm also, putting another fear again that we may see the same appointment with this special prosecution office, a bill where a second in command of TRRC member alleged a particular tribe that the reason why TRRC is not going as it is expected is because of a tribe. She did all things that she can do, and it was mooted. She was clapped as a champion. And again, in this bill, ECOWAS is mentioned, and I could also put this clear, that there was a joint communique that was sent that stage by the coalition government, ECOWAS, AU, UN. If that same body is inflicted in participatory of this, are we seeing a united Africa? What would it say? So I believe that this is one of the most discriminatory bills ever we can see on the surface of this earth called the Gambia. And I believe that as Gambians, the way we should and what it should take and what we believe should, we reflect the past from Jawara's regime, Jammeh's regime till date. We work together in unison as people of one nation. But if you forget about the brutal that people have faced, and now only 1994 to 2017, what are we calling for? Those people who had butchered, they butchered people here alive.
Honorable, your time is up. Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Fonyi Kansala. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. May I also thank the Honorable Minister. Honorable Speaker, and my fellow Honorable members, I want everyone who is in this room, who is in the country, home and abroad, to listen what I'm going to say. Don't listen with hate, because the justice that we are talking about, every one of us will one day need that justice. So there's no one who's going to condemn this bill or to say that we are rejecting this bill. Honorable members, we are here because we have a nation to build. We are here because we have a nation to develop. We are here because we want to progress as a people. We can't achieve development without sustainable development. Sustainable peace. Sustainable peace can be achieved without true justice. Honorable Speaker, I am not against the bringing of this bill. What I'm against is the group whose work is going to lead to the creation of this office. That's the TRRC Commission. We said we need justice. When we say it was selective justice, others won't understand why we say selective justice. We are talking about serious crimes that occurred between July 1994 to 2017. I just want to ask this question to the Honorable Minister. Sponsoring a coup d'etat, is it a serious crime? Honorable Minister, the militaries that took up arms to overthrow a legitimate government, is it a serious crime? Because those militaries are still serving in the military, they are even promoted and given responsibilities. So which serious crime are we now following? When those who were there to pick up guns to overthrow a government, we have promoted them. We have laid red carpets for them, welcomed them at the airport, because they are the true heroes. Because they wanted to overthrow the one you call a dictator and others call their president. We say international serious crime. I want to find out whether sponsoring coup d'etats, is it a serious crime or not a serious crime? And those who sponsored, none of it is mentioned in the TRRC. What I reject in totality is the work that we are going to use to implement this office. That's the TRRC. In fact, the witnesses that are called to come and testify, one, they must hear from you. If they agree with you, you can come. Others demanded to come. They were rejected. So all they were interested was somebody who would say things against the one they are wanting for. But we are here. I'm not rejecting this bill. This bill can come to protect, because I'm one of the National Assembly members who the whole world knew that is a crime, a serious crime, by tear gassing a National Assembly member. Where in this world? Where in this world would it happen? Where a National Assembly member is tear gassed? Is it a serious crime or what? Look, it's a serious crime. When we want to maintain justice, justice should be maintained based on no fear or favor. I am in total rejection of the creation of this office as long as other serious crimes are left to go. Because we are encouraging coup d'etats. People sponsored coup d'etats. None was discussed at the TRRC. They don't even want to hear from them. People who are proudly sitting at the TRRC, we are saying that they pick up guns to overthrow a government, are today serving there. Those who are here to defend the peace of this country are just been either demoted or they are laid off from their services. And we are talking about justice. Are we encouraging coup d'etats? And we are talking about serious crimes. Because it's those serious crimes are the root causes of that, what others went through. The violation of human rights that we are talking about. Because if I pick up a gun today to go, how many innocent people are going to die? And then you people are laying a red carpet for me, and you are talking about addressing something justice. Who are you looking for? When those people, what are you telling me? No time.
Honorable, I understand your time is up. What is a violation of your right? Who gave you time to speak? I I mean, you said I gave you 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes is ended. Okay, you are talking about your distraction. All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol. I now invite the Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabiji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. In particular, I am very shy. I am very ashamed and emotional to even deliberate on this bill. This bill is timely. This bill is progressive. This bill is long overdue. I have seen every day victims robbing soldiers with perpetrators in the same supermarkets, on the same road, on so many facilities. So therefore, it is time people who committed serious crime to come to book. Like, if I see people comparing TRRC or the role or mandate of TRRC, I want to believe they don't understand what is before us. TRRC mandate was very clear. It was Jammeh, family, and close associates. I think this was the mandate of the TRRC, and this was passed in this National Assembly. They said Jammeh, close associate. You are interrupting me, please. Honorable Jiba, my uncle. So, Honorable Speaker, in fact, I just want to speak spoken and keep quiet. This bill is progressive, and I want this bill to go. And I want the minister to institute this special prosecutors bill next month. People should come to justice who has killed people, who has raped people, who has tortured people, and who has disappeared people. Families are mourning, and it is time to end their mourning. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabiji. I now invite the Honorable nominated member, Maimouna Sise.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. I would like to join my colleagues to thank the Gambia government and the Honorable Minister for bringing this bill right now at the right time. I've been listening to my fellow comrades here, deliberating on emphasizing that we need to reconcile. But the reconciliation cannot happen unless and until we have the justice. And it's not a crime if you have been alleged to do something and you are confidently to yourself that you didn't do it. I don't see no crime for you to testify and proving yourself. And every suspect is innocent until you are proven guilty by a court of law. I think this would be an opportunity for those who were alleged, for them to come out, clear themselves. When the justice served, the reconciliation will also start a beginning. It's normal and it's very common even within ourselves. We can fight, or somebody can kill somebody on a traffic accidentally, but the day of the accident, the family will be so hurt, they will be so temperamental, whatever they can do that day, if they can get the driver that particular day, they will eliminate him as the way he did it to their family. But after the funeral, taking a couple of days, when the two family meets, what do they end up? Reconciliation is an accident. Gambians are very lousy sometimes, excuse me for my words, but they are very forgiving people. But we have to accept that the atrocities happening in this country cannot be just compromised just like that. Somebody has mentioned the South African apartheid. Yes. But after the end of apartheid, what has happened? The South Africans, they have the TRC. And at the end of the TRC, that's where they begin the reconciliations. We cannot boast about the Jammeh and his government atrocity in this country. It's not possible. We cannot defend something which is not defendable. Let's be true to ourselves and allow the sanity to prevail in this country. Unless and until we accept that there was a crime in this country and those committed it, they come publicly, they seek for public apologies, that's where the reconciliation will begin. But if still now people know that Their families have been tortured, some have been murdered, some have been exiled, and still now you have certain individuals who will stand in front of us to tell us that we have to reconcile. But on what? Let me reconcile based on the fact that you give me my right. Where your right begins, where your right ends, that's where mine begin. If you think of the reconciliation, thinking of my right, but has been abused. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I had a member also commenting that before 1994, 1981, there was a brutality in this country. But how does that? I think it doesn't have anything to do with this bill right now, because when the former government were here in 1994, they set up an Aligali Commission here. The Aligali Commission was here in this country. Why didn't they do that investigation? If they know that there have been a brutality in this country, which is injustice made to people, they could easily do that, but they didn't. So you cannot attack the apple and orange here. We are here to reconcile the nation. It's a very fragile nation. We want the reconciliation, but it will begin unless and until the justice served to the people who deserve this justice. When that happens, we will go by our traditional norms and the values to try to counsel each other, but then the peace and sanity will happen in this country. I beg to submit.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nominated Member Maimouna Sise. I now call upon Nominated Member Honorable Fatou K. Jawara.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I didn't intend to take the floor today, but something triggered me to do so. Honorable Speaker, when a hunter sneezes before he takes his crucial shot, sometimes the wolf will dodge away, and the intended purpose of the hunter will be defeated. This is why in my earlier intervention, when I raised a point of order, I withdraw it so that I can leave the member to expose himself. Honorable Speaker, to go by the merits, objects, and the reasons of the bill, Honorable Speaker, I think it's timely to come up with this. I must commend the Minister of Justice and the government of the day. I must commend the Minister of Justice and the government of the day for bringing such a progressive bill. But I am also disappointed with people that we expect to speak for the voice of the voiceless. Because this is the banter bar, where the voice of the voiceless are echoed. The victims of the former regime have been crying for justice. But the least I expect to saw a member of parliament who is supposed to be a game changer, a full grown-up man, standing here defending something that is undefendable, as alluded by my colleague. Honorable Speaker, yes, this government started from 1994 to 2017. But their government was here targeting political opponents. He didn't check any human rights violation, and I didn't think there is even a human rights violation during the Jawara regime. They banned all political parties because they think that those are the obstacles. Honorable Speaker, sorry to say this, but I have to say it. I think as JAME enablers, we need to be very mindful. You as JAME enablers, you need to be very mindful. You cause the victims to write a petition against a particular National Assembly member, and yet still you are defending JAME and his perpetrators, thinking that still he is innocent. Yes, he might be innocent, but let the justice take its course. I'm not correcting myself, member for Fonyi Kansala. I'm not correcting myself.
Point of order. Honorable Giba is this topic. Honorable Speaker.
Yes,
honorable members, I have said it several times. Please, you may disagree with somebody's opinion, but you don't have a right to disturb the person. If you have an opinion, you bring your opinion. Let others have their opinions. Please. Please. Can you continue, please?
Honorable Speaker, I'm calling the Honorable Minister for Justice. Let them pay a serious attention to the special accountability mechanism so that no stone will be left unturned. Honorable Speaker, this country nearly went on its knee. Muslim, Christian, even non-believers the Gambians, much more the Muslim. Some victims were buried like a horse on an unmarkable grave without a proper Muslim burial. Those victims will be smiling.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nominated Member Fatou K. Jawara. Honorable members, let me thank you all for your insightful deliberations and contributions. I will now invite the Honorable Minister to respond to the issues raised and the wind of the debate. Honorable Minister, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. It appears there isn't much issues Okay. Yeah? All right. Thank you. I'm trying to look at well, I had Councillor talked about the need for forgiveness and reconciliation. Of course, I had other members respond adequately to that, and if I should add, reconciliation still is part of the TJ process. At some point, this nation would need to heal and move on, but it's important to note that that would not be at the expense of justice as well. So people who have committed gross human rights violations need to be accountable for their actions. And reconciliation equally too cannot be imposed on people. It is those who are aggrieved who can decide to forgive. So when we get to that point, the proper process will take place. Now, member for Josuan talked about Schedule 13 of the Constitution dealing with immunity for members of the Armed Forces Provisional Ruling Council and their appointees, and trying to state that no court or any kind of institution or authority should have jurisdiction to question anything that they might have done. I would refer you to the case of Yankuba Toure versus the state, the Supreme Court judgment have clarified this settled. The Supreme Court have interpreted this constitutional provision as it is a general immunity, but it is an immunity that is not applicable. It cannot absolve anybody for having committed gross human rights violations like denying people their right to live, or torture, or other kinds of crimes, because these rights are equally also protected under Chapter 4 of the Constitution, the same Constitution. So if you read the Constitution in total, the same Constitution cannot give you right and protect it, that you should not be tortured, you should not be killed, you should not be arbitrarily arrested and detained, protected under an entrenched provision, and the same Constitution be seen to be giving an immunity to somebody to do the same thing and not be accountable. If you understand what I'm saying, that's the position of the Supreme Court. So the immunity is not applicable. And the Supreme Court also raised an important point. Immunities cover people for acts they lawfully do in office, not crimes. Crimes are not part of your official functions. So you cannot commit a crime and claim immunity. You are immune when you do something that is legitimately within what is expected of you. Because if you do something else outside of that, then your immunity cannot protect you, because you yourself have gone outside of what you were supposed to do while you're in office. So that is not an issue. We've looked at it, so there will be no conflict with that provision. The Supreme Court has been very clear about that. So, of course, I had Bondali and others mention there are new victims, but this is time specific. We're looking at time specific, 94 to 2017. So, if there is any issue between 2017 to any other time, maybe another inquiry will look into that. The issue of international appointments into the framework is easy to understand. We do not necessarily have all the capacity to deliver what is expected of this framework that we are legislating. Both human and material and financial resources. For human capacity, I heard you ask, don't we have lawyers? Yes, we have lawyers. And probably we sat in the same universities with those lawyers that we may look up to. However, there is what you call experience. Some of the offenses we want to prosecute here were never known to the laws of the Gambia. So no Gambian lawyer may have ever been involved in prosecuting torture, because until now, torture is not a crime in the Gambia. So something that you have never done, you have not got an experience of it. So you might be a lawyer, you might be a very good prosecutor, but these are specific offenses that you have never prosecuted before. So in that regard, we will rely on some technical assistance and expertise from abroad. We are not doing it because we only want to get people from abroad, but we are doing it because the world is a global village. Whatever you are doing today, somebody have done that before, so you just catalyze and make use of those advantages. But this process, I can assure you, will purely and 100% be Gambian driven. That is the policy position. So we are going to be in control. But however, there is nothing wrong in having a technical assistant in supporting the court or supporting the prosecutor's office or supporting the investigation. Because some of the investigations the prosecutor's office might be carrying out may be forensic in nature, and Gambia doesn't even have a forensic lab. So again, there'll be a need for us to partner with international expertise. So our partnership that we are looking at here is not that we are surrendering the process to foreign agents. We are going to continue to be in control. We will be directing it, but we also want it to be done according to best practice and standard. Other than some of those, I had Honorable Member for Councillor. Well, I see your comments more as an opinion. I'm not too so. I don't see it as a specific question to me. That's what I mean, to answer to. So, Honorable Member for Jarol, again, well, you have a specific question, whether sponsoring a coup d'etat is not an offense. It's treason. The answer to that, a coup d'etat is a treason. So it's a high crime. Not only a crime, but it's a high crime. So Berefet mentioned what? No, okay. I mean,
Honorable Minister, please ignore some of the comments and go and
I think so.
Issues.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So I will conclude by thanking the general membership of the House for an overwhelming support. And Honorable Speaker, I hand over back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bills entitled Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 be read a second time. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, you may now read the short title.
Division. Yes.
You know, it's a process. Just put your tag down. I've seen you now.
Okay, thank you.
It's a process. When I put the question and you are not satisfied, you should immediately clear this thing for a division. Honorable, I'm going to give you a chance. When I move to another issue, you cannot bring me back for me to go back and do it. So for that matter, I have already asked the clerk to read the short title of the bill, and you want me to go back again. If I encourage that, that will be happening, and if I give you, I will give others. So I am ruling that we cannot go back on this particular one. Clerk, can we go on?
Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024.
Thank you, Clerk. Honorable members, I will now resolve the Assembly into Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the bills in detail. On that note, the Assembly is now resolved into the committee stage. Honorable members, the Committee of the Whole House begins. Honorable members, the Assembly will now go into the Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the Special Accountability Mechanism Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutors Bill 2024. Of course, beginning with the Special Accountability Mechanism, TRRC Bill 2024. Have you got it, the blue one? Huh? And we are going to look at it, we are going to look through, as usual, clause by clause. Huh? Yes, okay. Clerk, can we continue?
Clause 1, short title.
It is proposed. Yes, Honorable Member for Woolly East.
Yes, Chair, I could remember during the retreat, we argued that...
Indeed. Yes, yeah.
We come up with the idea that the caption or the name of the bill should not capture TRRC. It should instead be Special Accountability Mechanism Act 2024 rather than TRRC, because it's not limited to, it may not be limited to only TRRC. I could remember that argument, I don't know.
Our problem is we don't see that report as a committee report.
I'm suggesting that. That's why I'm.
Yeah, you are suggesting. Don't make reference to the committee.
Honorable Swaibu Wuli is this.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
I want that to be corrected. Yes. So you are proposing that the wording TRRC in brackets should be out. Huh? Yes, Honorable Member for Central Body.
Yeah, we cannot take out TRRC from the bracket because if you look at the said bill, it says an act to provide a framework and a guiding principle for the establishment of a special accountability mechanism for the investigation, prosecution, and adjudication of cases of serious human rights violation and international and domestic crime specified in or related to acts or omissions described in the report of the TRRC, a Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission that have occurred between July 1994 and January 2017. So it's key to have TRRC in the bracket.
Yeah, I want to differ from the Honorable Member of Central Baribu. The bill is a bill. This is a national bill. You cannot tie it to a commission that is set. Let us edit the TRRC out. It becomes a Special Accountability Mechanism Bill. So that it's not tied to any commission. The functions is a different thing. That's the name we are suggesting.
Yes, what I'm saying, please let us not try to confuse ourselves. It says that this instrument is here to look at heinous crime that have been committed from 1994 to 2017, as per the TRRC report. So basically, you cannot reduce TRRC from this. TRRC plays an integral part. It might not be limited to TRRC, but there are clauses that also advances that even if you're not mentioning TRRC, doesn't mean that you can scot free. So the TRRC to be here is very, very important. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Same, and then we have the Honorable Member for
thank you very
Latikunda.
Much. Thank you very much, Chair. I think, Chair, this bill is talking about the human rights violation that happens in 1994 to 2017. Unless we remove that out, now we see how best to put it. But other than that, we cannot remove TRRC there. TRRC has to be there.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I also want us to leave the TRRC for the fact that this was a process, and TRRC on this bill, on this bill, is going to be a reminder. Do you understand? Yes, we can say special accountability mechanism. That's also okay. But leaving TRRC for me is a reminder. Because it was the TRRC process that gave rise to this particular recommendation. So let's maintain it.
Honorable Member for Brikama North and my Minority Leader.
I concur with Honorable Member for Woolly is in the sense that even though we may not regard this proposal as emanating from committee report, however, we are made to understand that this particular committee had engagement, series of engagement with the ministry in building up this bill. And in that we are provided with this information where the recommendation is made by them that the bill should not be tied up to TRRC. Of course, TRRC is very key. Now, if you look at it, the bill would not limit only people who appear or testify before TRRC. Those who did not have the opportunity to testify in TRRC will also be considered. And if they did not take part in TRRC, we cannot capture them under TRRC. In that case, putting TRRC, we are tying ourselves to only people who appear before TRRC. That is my opinion. Honorable Chair.
Just hold on. Honorable members, please. Why don't you allow people to say their opinion? You don't have a monopoly of all the facts. Please allow people to express themselves. And no, you don't do that in Parliament. It's unethical in Parliament. No, you don't disturb. It's please go ahead.
It is even against the standing order, unseemly interruption. That's very clear in your standing orders. Fine. I think to conclude, if we leave TRRC there, it will limit every intervention to TRRC. If we remove, it's going to be open. Even those who did not appear in TRRC would have the opportunity to be considered.
Member for Upper Salum, then we have Nyanija, and then we have nominated member Ajam Maimuna.
Yes, thank you very much.
When they are ready, I come back to you.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm coming that way. I am from this way. I got you, I got them. They are now. I come back. Yes,
thank you, Chair. I want to align myself also with the member for Woodley, simply because the creation of the Special Criminal Division at the High Court does not only restrict them to deal with cases only related to TRRC. This division has already been created and is effective by January 24 this year. But the division is not only restricted to hearing cases related to TRRC only. So I would support the notion that we remove the TRRC and just have a Special Accountability Mechanism Act 2 2024. Thank you.
Member for Nyanija.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. But Honorable Chair, I think we are mixing up things. Even by looking at the objects and reason of the bill, it's very clear. Even as when the minister was tabling this bill, it's very, very clear. Human rights violation identified by the TRRC. Very simple and clear. You want to bring up new things? Please. Honestly, I think in the committee you have not, with all due respect, with that one, please, let's forget about that. Because this thing, honestly, once we remove the TRRC there, it means, Honorable Minister, you have to go and change your object and reading, and then you go back to the second reading again. Honestly, yes.
Honorable nominated member Maimuna Sise.
Thank you, Chair. I think I will concur with the Honorable Kamara. TRRC could be an ICAP for this coming, prosecutions, because they have gathered so much information. Probably people will come out. Those who doesn't appear in TRRC might come later, but the TRRC is very instrumental in this, and we're going to use it as an ICAP to go through the real records of it.
You are shouting, yes?
I'm saying, let's not forget, this instrument, the framework, if you go to the other bill, that is the Special Prosecutor's Office, it lays emphasis on requested report of the TRRC. So therefore, the TRRC is very paramount here. So please, Honorable Member for Willie West, withdraw that your recommendation. It's nothing to go by. So, Speaker, Chair, and also let us not also create an impression that leaving TRRC there, it means that they are going to narrow their minds. No. If you look at clause 12 of the prosecutor's bill, it says that crimes that are even not mentioned, the victims have the right to come and explain themselves. So putting TRRC there is like a template, a guidance, and also enriching the prosecution office with relevant documentation. People have already gone before the TRC.
Yeah, members. I think we will, if we want to follow all this, we will not end up. There are two important issues. Why these people suggested that TRRC be removed, because it is not limited to TRRC. And what they said is, there may be people who are victims who have not gone to TRRC, and they will want to come forward. If you limit it to TRRC, it means they are only looking at the TRRC. That's their concern. And you people are saying it differently, that whatever was said here, even the minister's statement, reflected TRRC. Now, why don't we do one thing? You know, in the Special Prosecutor's Office bill, TRRC is defined. Then let's try to widen the scope of the definition. Is it there? Honorable Member, how it is defined here is any activity that had happened from 1994 to 2017. So it means even all this, even the prosecutor's bill cannot go before or above 2017. It can only be limited to that period. Can we have the Honorable Minister?
Please go, come. It says,
you are not the Honorable Minister.
Chair,
Honorable Majority Leader.
To allay your fear, I'm trying to allay your fear now.
No, I have no fears.
Okay, now let me.
What I'm saying is,
okay,
I try to identify the opinions expressed.
Let's vote.
This side is saying A, B, and C, and D. And this is saying that and that and that. That's where the conflict is. I said, why don't we then define the TRRC to capture all?
You don't need that.
And then when we look at it, yes, we needed it because that's what is there.
I'm coming, sir.
It is there. Just hold on. Let's listen to each other. TRRC is already defined. Look at it. It's defined on the Special Accountability Mechanism.
I know.
Yeah, it's even defined here.
No, this is mandate.
Oh, this is mandate. Now, just hold on. I will give you chances. You know, I want us to limit ourselves to the... If we are not listening to each other, knowing each other's problems, we will not be able to solve it. So what we are saying, in fact, TRRC is not defined here. It's not defined here. Is it? Where?
TRRC mandate.
You know Special Prosecutor's Office later.
No, under the TRRC TRRC means the...
yeah.
You are right. Okay, yes.
But you see, the way TRRC is defined, the way it is defined here, if you limit this thing to that one, it means you are excluding those people who have not gone to TRRC. Can you help us with that?
Yeah, so, Speaker.
All right, I will come to you people now. Let's hear the Honorable Minister.
Chair,
that is a wrong interpretation.
No, you know, the Minister is just giving us information. I will come to you. That will help you clarify issues. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think we need to understand one thing. This is a framework legislation we started looking at. And there is a subject matter that it has to cover. That subject matter is the report of the TRRC. This framework will not look at anything outside of the report of the TRRC. The issue of those who appeared before the TRRC or don't appear at the TRRC is not arising here. TRRC had made recommendations, and we are implementing those recommendations, and this is part of the implementation of the report of the TRRC. And the prosecutions that have been recommended are the only prosecutions that will be carried out under this framework. Outside of that, this legislation, after completing that task, this legislation will be absolved, will have no purpose. So what I'm trying to say, those of you saying some people have appeared, some people did not appear, that is a different matter altogether. Appearing before the TRRC doesn't mean you will be charged or you will not be charged. That is for the prosecutor. In the prosecutor, there are charges that have been recommended, people who have been recommended to be prosecuted. The prosecutor will develop indictments against each individual for each recommended charge. At that time, the prosecutor will determine who could be a potential witness or not. Your appearance or non-appearance will not absolve you from being charged if you have been recommended to be charged. And your appearance or non-appearance does not determine whether you are a good witness or you're not a good witness. So the appearance and non-appearance at the TRRC is irrelevant in this area. I hope you get it. So this is very specific, TRRC is specific, so that is why we are using the word TRRC in the title.
I think you have made a lot of clarifications.
Yes.
Just that a few left to be cleared.
Yes.
That people may want to know. You know? Member for Latrikunda Sabiji, would you want me to deny you not to speak here until we close? No, just hold on. No? No? Huh? Swaibu? In fact, I will stop my comments. Let me hear Swaibu. Swaibu, can we hear you?
Chair, the impression we were giving is that if there are gross violations, human rights violations, either internally or externally, and there are international humanitarian law also violated, this bill will deal with it. It's not necessarily limited to TRRC. And that is what motivated us to. But if you are saying that anything that is not identified by the TRRC will not be dealt here, then we can maintain TRRC.
In fact, when we go to the next legislation, you will see that we control the mandate of the prosecutor. If even during the same period, 1994 to 2017, if he chooses to, if another offense comes into his attention, that was not recommended by the TRRC, he needs the express consent of the AG before he can initiate that trial. Yes. So the prosecutor on his own will not be able to look into anything outside of the recommendation of the TRRC. If he has to do that, he will need the express consent of government. Because government reserves the mandate, of course, to prosecute any crime, even outside of the TRRC.
But to pursue the crimes with legal instruments that are made to cover those crimes. If you limit this to that particular thing, as you are now saying, government will not have the right to use it.
No, remember, Honorable Speaker, prosecutorial discretion under the Constitution rests with government. We can prosecute any crime, irrespective of what the TRRC recommend or not.
No, what I'm saying
this is just a delegated responsibility we are given to an arrangement. That doesn't mean that we state have absolved his right to prosecute, with or without this recommendation, assuming this man does his job. Anything falling outside of this arrangement, the state still have the residual power to prosecute any offense.
Yes, but you have the power to prosecute. But Chair. Only prosecution that emanate from the TRRC.
Yes.
And the recommendations of the TRRC.
Yes.
That you have A is found wanting, B is found this thing, C, and therefore they are to be prosecuted.
Correct.
Now, if D, who is not mentioned here, you cannot go to prosecute him using this instrument.
Yes.
Yes, you cannot.
Correct.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what we are saying. What the others are saying is something may emerge during the process, and it may happen the same time, and he should be prosecuted, but he cannot be prosecuted on this one.
Chair.
Yes?
Yes.
I think we are on the same page now.
Okay, Chair.
Yes.
Yeah, if I may refer,
yes,
if you look at the Special Prosecutor's Offense Bill, Clause 12, mandate, it says that, just to align myself with the Minister, in the case of Subsection 1, the Special Prosecutor shall seek the approval of the Attorney General to prosecute any person who was not recommended for the prosecution on TRC. So therefore, there are alliance that you are not recommended here and there is already a 7 provision whereby, with the leave of the AG, you could prosecute it.
Yeah, you know what?
So whether you fall on a TRC or not.
You see, this is where this is where we have a difference. Now we are dealing with this mechanism. And this mechanism is this one is informed by this mechanism. Now, what we are saying is, if this is limited to this, to the TRRC, and as the Honorable Minister said, the TRRC made specific recommendations. Now, if Mr. B is not mentioned by the TRRC and is not prosecuted, government cannot come and prosecute him under this. No. But now, no. What I'm saying is, let's not box the two. Here we are dealing with, but he cannot be prosecuted under this. Yes, that is the one we are dealing with.
This is okay.
Then we can go ahead.
Chair.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. We can go ahead. Yes, Honorable.
Chair, this one is a framework. And if you look at 8, Clause 8, cases to be referred to Special Criminal Division of the High Court, not you, but others who are saying that, like crimes that are not mentioned.
Which section are you quoting?
8. Just look at Clause 8.
Clause 8 of this special accountability mechanism.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, the Special Prosecutor's Office shall determine which acts or omissions that constitute crimes under Gambian law shall be prosecuted before a Special Criminal Division of the High Court. Do you understand? So it went further to say Special Criminal Division of the High Court shall, pending the establishment of the Special Tribunal, have jurisdiction to hear and determine application for interim measures necessary to preserve the integrity of ongoing investigations or prosecutions, protect the rights of witnesses, victims, suspects, accused, or other persons, or to prevent irreparable harm regardless of the gravity of the crimes under the investigation or the rank or position of an alleged perpetrator. The Special Tribunal shall, with the effect from its establishment and on application by Special Prosecutor or suo motu, extend, alter, suspend, or lift an interim measures in cases within its jurisdiction, including on any measures previously ordered by the Special Division of the. So what we are saying, their concern is catered for.
But it's catered for in a document that is only limited to TRRC.
No, the title now, the focus is, not the title can embrace everything.
No.
It's what the content is what you look at. It's the content that matters.
We are going to agree soon. What we are saying is, all what you have read go to show that some of these things are outside the TRRC. No. Yes. Some of them, yes.
Honorable Chair. Yes.
Sabak Sanjali, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I just want us to look at it this way. The TRRC has been given a mandate as far as transitional justice is concerned. They already have a mandate to do. And their recommendation now has to be implemented by government. But the tools and apparatus that are needed to do those implementation mechanisms is what this bill seeks to do. So it means the TRRC recommendation is lying down there now. But the government cannot do anything with those recommendations unless and until they are given some tools or mechanisms that would help them and allow them to implement those recommendations. And that is one of those
those things we are looking at here. I don't think this should go beyond TRRC. In fact, if we want the TRRC recommendations to be implemented by government, we should go by this. The objects and reasons are very clear.
All right,
they are already there, but they cannot go ahead with the recommendation.
Honorable, you know the argument was not that. I think what the point was, the limitations of the heading and its limitations. But so far, the objects and reasons itself talks about the TRRC and a specific period. Anything outside that will not be covered by this.
Honorable Chair.
So your concerns Woolly's concerns and West's concerns are now addressed. Because anything outside the TRRC is not going to be taken care of by this. No, that's not assumption. That's what it states. Yes. So okay. I think we can continue now. Yes, Kiang West.
Honorable Chair,
are you coming with a different thing?
No, not a different thing.
No, if it is a repetition, we have stopped everybody. We have now agreed that all what the objective states here is that it's limited to the TRRC. Yes. And therefore, the need for when people are talking, let them learn. You are saying a lot of things here that I don't agree with, but I listen. And I told you, I reminded you here, you are chief whip, minority chief whip. Yes, go ahead.
Honorable Chair.
Do you follow me?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, what I wanted to say is we have other laws and enough laws to be able to prosecute other cases. So this one is telling us TRRC, but that doesn't mean other things cannot be prosecuted.
Honorable, if we have agreed on the principle that this is limited to TRRC, then there is no need for us to talk about any other
Okay, no problem. No
problem. Honorable member for nominated member, Keba.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, I think to conclude that and say it's limited to TRRC might send the wrong signal, because if you listen to AG very well, he's telling you that the SPO is giving us provisions whereby, if at all, the prosecutor realizes new cases which we are not...
Keba, we are not dealing with the SPO.
Honorable Speaker, we cannot deal with one and leave the other. They are intertwined.
Yes.
Let's bring in the complete picture.
Honorable, please. What we are saying is, I got it very clear from the Honorable Minister.
No.
This one, why didn't they put TRRC on this one?
Honorable Chair, but allow me to learn.
No, but you are bringing in the two together.
No,
that's what I don't want.
I brought it in because that was part of the response of AG. So it's only fair you allow me to learn.
I will allow you learn. But we are dealing with the Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC bill.
For the purpose of clarity, if there is something to complement deficiencies which are not covered by TRRC, we should say where they are available, and that is in the SPO.
No, we are not concerned with that. We are not concerned with the deficiencies that may not be covered by this. All what we want to know, we have known, that this is limited to TRRC, and TRRC should be there.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
What else do you want to explain?
Then I can complete. What I'm saying is, we should not conclude to say that they can only look at cases which were really uncovered by TRRC. The special prosecutor have the mandate with the authority of AG. That is what he said.
Let me observe you.
Please.
Honorable. All right, Honorable. You see, I think we are all good listeners.
Yes.
And we have had these concerns were raised based on certain things. Now, we are dealing with two distinct bills, though they complement each other. Please. Now, there were proposals on this bill, removal of the TRRC, and no, it should be left there. And of all the arguments, the Honorable Minister came in and clarified key important issues. So we have seen that these two are different bills. And that this one, some of the fears that people have may be addressed by this one. But now we are dealing with this one. And so far what he said is the truth, and that is what is captured in the objectives. And even the definition of the TRRC. What do we go ahead? Why do we have to debate again? Yes. No, there is no voting, in fact. Everybody will agree.
Yes, Honorable Minister, you said you want to say.
Yeah, I was just going to say, even Section 3
of the
same legislation
yes.
clearly explains the objective. It says special accountability mechanism shall be established for the investigation, prosecution, and adjudication of cases of serious human rights violations and international and domestic crimes specified in or related to acts or omission described in the report of the TRRC.
So thank you. It's
so it's very specific.
So this is only limited to that.
Right.
So the TRRC then is, for us to have TRRC is good. I think we are all in agreement because your concerns are now addressed. And they were genuine concerns. All right. So now we can go clause by clause.
Yeah. Clause 1, short title.
It is proposed that clause 1, short title, stand part of the bill.
The observation, before we go, the Committee on Human Rights, do they have a report to guide us? Because we cannot just be going, we are not serving any report.
You are not listening.
No, I'm listening because...
No, you are not listening. No, but I have addressed that. So then you are not paying attention. Probably you are thinking about something in central Badibu. Yes, I agreed. You have raised a good concern. But it was addressed. Where were you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We will bring you through Nyomi to Banjul. We don't know Ferris. We know... It is proposed that clause 1, short title, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 2, interpretation.
It is proposed that clause 2, interpretation, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 3, establishment and composition of a special accountability mechanism.
It is proposed. You have something? Yes, Woolley East.
It's a simple one. Chair, clause 3. Clause 3.4. Clause 3.4. You know, it starts with non-Gambian consul. So we're suggesting that instead of non-Gambian consul, we say consuls admitted to practice outside the Gambia, rather than saying non-Gambian consuls.
What is the meaning? What is the difference? Well, what is the difference? Are we not speaking the same language when you say it that way?
No, you know, they are thinking about employing other councils and not necessarily Gambian councils.
Pardon?
They are deploying other councils, not necessarily Gambian councils. So we just say any council that they have deployed outside, whether it's a Gambian or non-Gambian, we just say.
I myself have not heard him well. Hey, section 3, sub 4. Yeah, yes, can you do your... this is what I'm saying. Go ahead, repeat what you have said. Your justification. Your justification.
No, I think it's just preference. The suggestion there was we used the word councils admitted to practice outside the Gambia instead of saying non-Gambian councils. So, because it could be both.
Just wait. Non-Gambian council. Sorry, Honorable, is non-Gambian council defined?
Gambian councils.
It's not defined.
No, it's not defined.
So what definition are you giving to non-Gambian council, different from what you are suggesting?
No, I think the suggestion that came during the discussion is that they would want to admit councils that are both Gambian and non-Gambian, and to go out. Whether you are a Gambian, you are going to go out. When you are also from outside. So he's saying this is better to describe those people than to say non-Gambian councils. That was the argument. So it's
understand one thing, because non-Gambian council, because what is your suggestion? What is your suggestion?
If you say non-Gambian council...
No, what is your suggestion? Can we hear your suggestion?
Suggestion is councils admitted to practice outside the Gambia.
Outside the Gambia?
Yes. That are admitted to practice outside the Gambia.
But admitted to practice, that's one. A council, even you talk about a council, what does it mean? Is it somebody who is not admitted to practice?
Well, you may have, it is...
Do you have councils who are not admitted to practice?
Well, let the minister explain.
No, you are the one who is suggesting.
No,
before we go to the minister...
No, let the minister clarify. Look, you have...
Chair. Can we read from 3? We'll be able to see connection, because I don't think there is need to change. No, I just...
Since it's work to finish, sometimes maybe if I come in, I can sort in the debate, because you have a whole 2 legislations to deal with. I'm trying to understand, especially when I consulted with my colleagues around the table here. The suggestion seems to make sense. Non-Gambian council, the non-Gambian here is adjectival, describing council who is whose legal practice is not recognized in the Gambia. However, for the clarity you propose, because a scenario where a Gambian citizen is not admitted to practice in the Gambia, but is practicing in a foreign country. All right? He's a Gambian, but not admitted to practice in the Gambia. He's practicing in London or US or somewhere. I think that's the fear, trying to be clear so that they can be captured. So we can say council admitted to practice law outside of the Gambia, appointed as prosecutor. That's maybe much more clearer. Of course, yes.
For me, I don't understand. This is talking about this particular bill,
yes,
and about this particular prosecution.
Yeah.
Somebody, if you are a Gambian or a non-Gambian, you are outside, you are not practicing in the Gambia, you are a non-Gambian. Even if you are a Gambian, you are a non-Gambian council.
Yes, that's my understanding.
That's the understanding generally. It cannot mean any other thing. It cannot mean any other thing. If you want us to change, we can change and then give you what you want. But you cannot, in trying to convince us to give it another meeting, I don't know what meaning you can give it again. Yes.
Objective.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Chair, the objective is just as the minister said, we just want to accommodate them. That's the objective. I said the objective is to accommodate them. There are non-Gambians outside so that they are not left out. They can also bid for it. That's the objective.
Yes, but what Speaker said is on point.
Even with this one, they are accommodated. They are not told that they are non-Gambian. They are non-Gambian councils.
Yes.
Not non-Gambians. These are non-Gambian councils. So are they Gambian council? No, you cannot say that. You may have somebody who is a Gambian council, and by origin, he's not a Gambian. They are accommodated even by this. If Honorable Minister, you are the one making the proposals, if you are comfortable with it, and they are comfortable with it, we have no qualms.
I think the issue is...
Yeah, I'm conceding not because what is there is not adequate. Yes.
Woolley, just call. Woolley, what is your proposal? Woolley, what is the proposal?
The proposal is councils admitted to practice outside the Gambia will include Gambians and non-Gambians, and even Gambians outside practice.
Sorry. What I mean is, we are not asking for explanation now. We have had a lot on that. What we are saying is, we have to frame it to match up with the rest. Here we have non-Gambian council appointed as prosecutors.
Yes, here
what do you want?
Yeah, then you will say, instead of non-Gambian councils, you just say councils admitted to practice outside the Gambia. Then you continue.
Let me help. We wouldn't use S for council, so we will say a council admitted to practice outside of the Gambia, appointed as prosecutor, right? And the rest of the sentence continue. Admitted to practice outside of the Gambia.
No, honorable members. Honorable, just hold on.
We can drop the A.
Something is sending. Let me give you a chance before I comment. Let me give you a chance. Hey. Give whip.
Yes, thank you.
So, Honorable Speaker, drop the A. Let's just start with council, capital C.
Yeah, when I'm starting, I will pick it from you. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'm with you this time, 100%. Because here, I'm seeing both Gambian citizens who are serving elsewhere and non-Gambian citizens are all catered for. If you look at 3 says special accountability mechanism shall employ both Gambian and non-Gambian judges, prosecutors, experts and staff, with priority for appointment being given to qualified Gambians on a competitive basis based on merit.
Yes.
3 said so.
Yes,
so if you go to 4 doesn't discriminate.
No, we have all agreed on that. But with the wording now, it has created doubts in people. Exactly. Now, no, with the current wording, some people believe that is this thing. But the new one, the new version, there will be no, it means the same, but it removes those ambiguities that somebody else may think otherwise.
Honorable Speaker, let me strengthen even the latest argument. If you look at the object and the purpose of this clause 4 itself, the intention here is not about whether Gambians or non-Gambians are employable. Like Honorable Member for Badibu Central said, 3 covered that. 4 is saying whether you are Gambian or non-Gambian, if you are appointed as prosecutor, the enrollment requirements that are required for you to enroll and practice in the Gambia will be waived for you. That's all. That's what that clause is doing. So I don't think there is a need to belabor much of this point. Yeah.
We agree. I think we have seen eye to eye.
Yeah.
Whether we leave it this way or not.
I know of qualified Gambians.
But you know, what it means is why some people are asking for a cage, because they have a different opinion.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the new version, there will be no second thoughts about it. So what are you suggesting? A council
admitted to practice outside of the Gambia.
A council admitted
to practice outside the Gambia.
Admitted to practice outside of the Gambia.
Appointed as then it continues from appointed.
Then can be appointed as prosecutor. Yes. Okay. No, it's good to come out with suggestions. It's good to come out with suggestions. The only weakness with their suggestion is it's a committee work that has not been tabled before plenary. It's not owned by the committee, and therefore we are not taking it. You know? So, it is proposed that clause 3 stands part of the bill as amended.
Yes.
Clause 3, sub 4, we are talking about sub 4, we are talking about the clause 3.
Let's move.
Yeah. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 4, applicable law.
It is proposed that Clause 4, applicable law, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 5, primacy of jurisdiction.
No, we have done Clause 4.
We have done Clause 4.
We have just done Clause 4. We are in 5.
Issue with 4.
That's why. What were you, who is saying we have an issue? No, don't tell them. They have their mouth. Why tell them? You are calling my attention.
Section 8.
I heard him. That's why I stopped. But I was going to, they said Clause 4. I said we have passed. They agree that we have passed, but they want us to come back to it. I want to apply across the board rule. I don't want to make favoritism. Anyway.
Honorable Speaker.
Anyway, Honorable Minister, what do you have on
Clause 4? The
it looks like you people are leading through that committee report, so-called committee report. Yes?
Subject to...
That was an outside thing. Yes, Honorable Serekunda West.
Chair, I want you to know that there is no committee report before this plenary. So your assertion to say that so-called is not accommodated. We don't have any report. Clear? We don't have a report. So the so-called is very accommodated.
Why the so-called? My information was that there was a committee report. Just hold on. Listen to my side. No, just hold on. I was informed about a committee report, and I inquired where is the report. Through those investigations and consultations is when I came to know that that was not a committee report. A committee report should be owned by the committee, and it should emanate from the committee to the clerk's office. This is what I said. And those who are saying it's a committee, that's why I said so-called committee report. But no, of course, so far you are the chairman of the committee, and you are now establishing that there was no committee report. Then we will not call it so-called. Yes, Honorable. We are going to deal with honorable members. The honorable minister wants us to come back to 4, and we have already done 4. It means we have to rescind our decision. But before we rescind the decision, let's hear him. If we hear him and we think to rescind the decision we will accommodate it, then we will rescind the decision and accommodate it. But we will not rescind now. We will just hear from him.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You realize Clause 4 began with subject to subsection 2, but the clause doesn't have subsections. So we will remove subsection 2 and it will read now subject to section 8.1. We will remove that subsection 2 up to and. So it should read now subject to section 8.1.
What he is saying is, clause 4 that he is talking about, it has no section 2, subsection 2. It has none. That's why, in fact, it does not have subsection 1 itself. So making reference to subsection 2 definitely should not work. And therefore, they are asking us to repeat. So let's first rescind our first decision. Let somebody move a motion. Yes, majority. Yes, member for Lower Flodu. On clause 4. Yes. Any seconder? Second. It's seconded. I second the motion. Yeah. It is moved and seconded that we rescind the earlier decision on clause 4. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Of course, we did. We did.
You know, you mean the proposal, we did not vote on it.
To declare? No, to vote on what? We have not voted on this. We have just voted in rescinding the decision we are taking. Now, for this one, you have a different thing to say. Please, go ahead.
Attorney General, can we look at what is the purpose of bringing subsection 2 here? Are you, of course, there is no subsection 2, but then... I'm asking...
Kian West, this one reason that I used to tell my mom that I don't want to be part of Kian. Because, yes, my grandmother comes from Kian. My maternal grandmother comes from Kian. We have debated this until all these things are up, why we are removing that subsection. You are coming back now and taking us back and telling me the subsection. Let him explain.
No, not really. You have not got me, Chair.
Oh, I've not got you right.
Yes, you have not got me right.
I'm sorry.
You have not got me right. What I am trying to say here is, Honorable Attorney General is very right that there is no subsection 2, so therefore, let's remove subsection 2 here. But what I'm trying to ask is, do we ask what is the intention of bringing subsection 2 here? Is it there is a matter that's supposed to be addressed somewhere? How do you know it's a mistake? How can you say it's a mistake?
It's just an error.
It's a mistake.
Yes, it's just an error. He himself said it.
He's not the drafter. He's not the drafter.
Who is going to answer your questions here?
Attorney General himself.
And the Attorney General said it's an error, let's remove it.
Chair. He's not the drafter.
Pardon?
Chair. Let him go and ask the drafter now. Why is he asking the minister?
Honorable Member, removing subject to... No, we are removing subsection 2 and... You follow? Subsection 2 and will be removed. Then it will read, subject to section 811, it continues. Honorable members? Sorry, 81. So, honorable members, it is proposed that clause 4, applicable law, stand part of the bill. As amended. Those in favor, please say no. Please say yes. Those not in favor, please say no.
Clause 5, primacy of jurisdiction.
The ayes have it. It is proposed that clause 5, primacy jurisdiction, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 6, Special Prosecutor's Office.
It is proposed that clause 6, Special Prosecutor's Office, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 7, the Special Tribunal.
It is proposed that clause 7, the Special Tribunal, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 8, cases to be referred to the Special Criminal Division of the High Court.
It is proposed that clause 8, cases to be referred to the Special Criminal Division of the High Court, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 9, defense.
It is proposed that clause 9, defense, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 10, victims and witnesses.
It is proposed that clause 10, victims and witnesses, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 11, security and confidentiality.
It is proposed that clause 11, security and confidentiality, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 12, implementation of this act.
It is, yes, Honorable Member for Serekunda West.
Woolly East.
Woolly East.
Yes, Chair. Let me say aye. We have ECOWAS all over the place, but our suggestion is to delete ECOWAS wherever it appears. My suggestion everywhere it appears on the legislation. We think that when it comes to their treaties and whatever arrangements they have, they can put ECOWAS in that one. But for our national legislation, we should not capture ECOWAS.
Where is ECOWAS mentioned?
It's in many places.
On 12?
On 12. No, not in the. We say in the bill.
No. After what we have ratified the bill, we have agreed.
That's not this one.
Sorry, it's the next one. Sorry, it's the next one.
It's not this one.
If there are general, you want us to remove generally, then that should come in the first time it appears. Because when we vote on something, it means we cannot move back. All right. So you are withdrawing your listing. It is proposed that clause 12, implementation of this act, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Any more? Yeah. That's this. But you know, there are no bill. Sorry. Before we adjourn, go up and come back, we will continue with the next bill at the Committee of the Whole House. And then when we're ready, when we go back to the House, we will put all of them together.
Yeah.
One by one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes? Who is talking? Yes? Woolies. Pardon?
After the preamble, you have a page where it is an act to provide a framework. You've seen that?
Where? Which one are you talking about?
After the preamble.
Is it the Honorable? Is it the special accountability mechanism? Or the one we are coming to?
Yes, the special accountability mechanism.
You are saying that?
No, I'm saying the after the preamble, the page after the preamble, you've seen it, where you say a bill entitled.
Yes.
Yes, if we read it up to the end of the paragraph.
Yes.
You know, it said between July 1994 and it said January 2017. It's just a little typo that we put and. July 1994 and January 2017. Just to ensure that.
No, and not two. Two has a different meaning. After 94, there should be and.
Pardon? No, it's not here. Ateje, you have got and in yours. Do you have Central Badu? Do you have all right, honorable member. Say, honorable member. I think we amend that. That is on where you have National Assembly just after the preamble. You have National Assembly, a bill entitled An Act to Provide a Framework. Have you seen it? Yes. up to the last one, January 2017. But if you look at the last ones there, it's between July 1994, January 2017. It's under January 2017. Am I right? So the answer will be between 1994 and January. Thank you, member for Woodley East. So, special prosecutor. We now move to the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024. Pardon? We have? Who is talking?
Serious one. Don't mind him.
If you will collapse in the chambers, you will collapse.
That's what in Ramadan. Let's finish.
It will take long. Let's go and pray. It will take long.
Honey, I am caring. If nobody had mentioned it, we will continue. But you come and tell me, let's stop this and go and worship Allah. I say, no, let's continue. I will not take that. And therefore, I will suspend the committee of the whole house, and then the assembly will resume. Okay? No. Honorable members, the House resumes. Honorable members, it's 17:03. I will say 17:20 we'll be back. Basically, 15 minutes, basically. It's for you to pray, and we come and continue. Are you comfortable, or I say 17:30? 17:20. Okay? The House is suspended until 17:20.